Are you someone that is pursuing financial freedom or just generally trying to improve your financial position to create a better life for yourself and your family? If this sounds like you, this video will definitely help you a lot. I'm going to talk about the 7 timeless rules of money that everyone should know. People that are very rich and already have a lot of wealth use these rules, and ultimately you should too. Without wasting any time, I just want you to realize that by implementing these rules for the rest of your life will help you to reach your goals much quicker. Financial education is the best way to improve your financial position, so bear with me in this video and I promise you that you will learn quite a bit. Before we jump straight into the rules, I want you to let me know which one of these rules is your favorite. Personally, my favorite is number 6. This rule helped me to reach my financial goals much quicker than I ever thought I would. So the first rule is to never rely on a single source of income. I feel that most of you guys that is watching this video really understand this rule, because during COVID a lot of people lost their jobs and they only relied on one source of income, which resulted in a lot of financial pressure. If we rely on one source of income, we are really not securing our financial future, because anything can happen, and unfortunately life really gives us a few curveballs every now and then, and this can really make life very difficult. Securing more than one income will ultimately just help you to have a safety net, and if one income maybe pays you less one month, you can rely on your other sources of income. This is like diversifying your portfolio if we are talking about investments, and it will just give you a margin of safety. And ultimately I want income from properties, from stocks, from savings, from retail bonds, from businesses, and from my personal career. This is ultimately the goal that you should have, so work on growing your sources of income. The second rule really ties in well with the first one, and that is to save at least 10% of your income. The minimum amount you should save is 10%. The more you can save, obviously the better. So imagine you have all of those incomes and you can save 10% of that. This will help you to grow a very healthy emergency fund, and you will have a healthy savings account to use for emergencies and when life throws us those curveballs. We cannot invest if we do not have savings, and we cannot save if we have multiple sources of income. So ultimately we need to have leftover money at the end of the month, which can only be produced if you have more than one source of income. This will give you the opportunity to save at least 10% of that money, and this will help you to eventually put that money to work. So I understand that it's not possible for everyone to save 10% of their income, but start with what you can, whether it's 10%, 1% or 50%. Obviously the more you can save, the better it is, but at the end of the day just start with what you can. Number 3 would be to never increase your expenses with your income. This is this massive problem that we have in South Africa and unfortunately all around the world, and as soon as you get a pay increase, people increase their expenses as well. This is the feeling of instant gratification, because you work hard for your money, so you obviously feel that you want to reward yourself. But this is the wrong mindset to have. Just because you are making more money doesn't necessarily mean you should spend more money. Personally, this is a minimalist mindset that I have, and I feel very strong about this. I don't really need any more stuff in my life, so I'm really happy with what I have. If you can reach a point where your expenses is the same year over year, and obviously besides for inflation, and you can increase your salary, this will set you up for total success. Number 4 would be to have a money mindset. I spoke about this in a previous video, where you should always have a good relationship with money. This is of utmost importance, because having a good relationship with money gives you the right mindset to make more money. Understanding that money is just a tool to set yourself up for a greater life, a more comfortable life, and this gives you an opportunity to give back to communities and non-profit organizations, help out friends and families, and ultimately to buy back your time. Having this mindset and understanding that money is something that we use to get what we want, this will help you to reach your goals much quicker. A lot of people say that money is the root of all evil, and that is the pure definition of having a bad relationship with money. Although money should never be your master, it should be the other way around. Money is simply something that we use to get to where we want to go. Number 5, this is probably one that you've heard me say before, and that is to don't go broke trying to look rich. A lot of people in South Africa really look very rich, and unfortunately they are probably not rich at all. It's easy to look rich, it's easy to buy expensive items, it's easy to dress flashy, it's easy to drive flashy cars, but ultimately what happens in front of other people is not what determines your success and your wealth. Building real wealth should not be visible for others, and it should never be a way of showing off to other people. Although there's absolutely nothing wrong buying fancy cars or expensive items, generally it is just done with the wrong mindset, meaning that people buy items they can't afford to impress people they don't really like. This is a massive stigma where people want to show what they can afford to prove to people that they are successful. Again, success is not determined by the amount of money that you have, but it is about your wealth, your mental health, your physical health, and ultimately the people that surround you and really love you. So remember, don't go broke trying to look rich. So number 6, which is my favorite, this is the one that changed my life, and that is to never stop learning and investing in yourself. I realized that the more I can learn from other people, the quicker I can get to where I want to be. Something that a lot of people struggle with is to learn from people that are younger than them, and I feel that this should not be the case. I love to get advice from people that know more than me, whether they are older or younger than me. I can get advice from a 20-year-old, although I am 7 years older than that person. I can still learn from him because I admit that he knows more than me. I've also learned that the more I learn, the more I know that I know nothing. Investing in yourself is very important, whether that is mentally or physically or spiritually. We should take care of our bodies, we should take care of our mind. This will give us the right mindset to reach our goals as well. Invest in your future by reading books, watching webinars or attending seminars or reaching out to a mentor, doing one-on-one sessions. And I've done one-on-one sessions with other people as well because I realized that they know more than me and they can help me get to where I want to be much quicker than I would have if I had to do everything on my own. So understand that you need help from other people. Learn as much as you can and invest in yourself. Then number 7, and this is a very important one, it's to avoid bad debt. Consumer debt is the killer of all dreams. People put themselves under so much financial strain to impress people they don't like. This is going broke trying to look rich mindset. So if I can give you one piece of advice, that is to avoid consumer debt at all time. This is like overdrafts, credit cards, personal loans, car loans, anything that is ultimately a liability and that is taking money out of your pocket. Although it's okay to have some consumer debt, as long as you can really manage that debt. Building a credit score is a great example of this. So you can use bad debt to build a good credit score, but never get behind on payments and never buy stuff that you can't afford. I always say that you should never buy an item on credit if you can't afford to buy that item twice with cash. So guys, I really do hope that these tips can help you. They are truly timeless tips. As soon as you implement them in your lives, I promise you that it will make a massive difference. Let me know if one of you have a testimony, share it with us in the comments down below. Just a quick reminder that I do one-on-one sessions, so if you are someone that might be interested, definitely reach out. I'm looking forward to see you guys in the next video.